All right. Good morning, folks. Chief Meteorologist Austin Bowling here in the Texel Weather Lab. It's about 1:43 in the morning. So we were talking about 2 o'clock and after. It's about the time frame we expect to see those storms moving through, and that is exactly what we're seeing. So right now, severe thunderstorm warnings extend from around Hobart and Cordell up through the Anadarko area, Chickasha, the Oklahoma City metro area, down to about Cooperton, Apache, Sorrel, and the Norman areas. So those are the current areas under severe thunderstorm warnings. There is a tornado warning up around the El Reno area. I expect to see a new tornado warning issued here for northern Grady County coming up here fairly shortly as well. So if you are in Minco, Tuttle, if you need to make extra precautions, I'm not going to be able to pin it down to the exact moment, but if you need to make precautions, Samantha, then you need to take those now. It's 80-mile-an-hour winds possible. That's moving southeast at 50. That side is 70. It's moving southeast at 40. If we split the difference and take this line at 45, just going to try and move this south a little bit so I can see more folks. All right. So listen for your town. So Anadarko coming up here shortly. There's a little kink in the line here, very similar to the one there south of El Reno that we need to watch out for. Anadarko 154. So here in the next 10 minutes. Chickasha 215. Norman, I think it will be closer to 250. Purcell closer to 3. Lindsay 245. Lawton around 230. Means Elgin here at around 220. If you'll give me a time. Yep, 220. Medicine Park 230. Fort Sill 230. Apache 210. Rush Springs 230. Ninnekah 220. Marlow 240. Duncan 250. Geronimo Walters 250 to 3 o'clock. Temple at 305. Comanche at 305. Waurika 320. Velma at 305. Tatum's at 315, along with Katy. Over here, the Chickasaw Nation is a lot bigger than that, but that particular spot was about 330. Wynnewood 325. Pauls Valley 315. Maysville 3 o'clock. Lindsay at 245. Purcell again 3 o'clock. So there is the new warning. It does include Rush Springs, Elgin, Lawton, Cache, Snyder. 70-mile-per-hour winds and around quarter-size hail. So since we've got this line coming out a little bit further, it is starting to fill in. Let's get the latest on that just in case. It's moving southeast at 55. So it has picked up the pace on this side. Okay, they were warning for about 45, so let's change the pace. Let's change the pace. So new track here. That puts about 225. 225 here in Lawton, still about 215 in Anadarko, 210 in Apache, 220 for Snyder, Cache, Fort Sill, Elgin, 235 in Rush Springs. Chatty and Faxon around 230, Geronimo 230, Granfield, Walters around 245, same thing in Duncan. 240 in Marlow, 235 in Rush Springs. So a lot of this going to be sweeping through over the next hour. So as folks are continuing to wake up, if you want to share this, let folks know that we're tracking this line coming through. If you're over here around Hollis, Mangum, Altus, even Frederick's going to be cutting it close, but I'd still be watching there in Tillman County. But Hollis, Mangum, Altus will probably see this skirt off towards their east. The rest of us, Sarah included, also missing out on that, but the rest of us going to have this coming across some form or fashion over the next hour. Change the radar view here for us. See what we can see. So there's the gust front coming out just a little bit. There's your stronger winds. Right now the radar's picking up anything between, again, this is a little bit higher up, but still anything between 55 and 65 miles per hour. Especially here across the Mountain View, Goaty Bow, Carnegie areas. Going to be coming down into the refuge here very shortly. Even Anadarko over here, about 65. Again, this is a little bit above the surface. So that's an 80 mile per hour storm coming for Oklahoma City. Plus, you have that circulation area moving into northern Grady County. Tuttle would be where that circulation area is right now. That has possibly 70 mile per hour winds coming right over Tuttle. They'll be heading for Bridge Creek and Blanchard. So the storm for Lawton is warned for 70 mile per hour winds. So again, the storm for Oklahoma City is warned for 80. The rest of us are warned for 70 mile per hour winds. As far as any hail goes with these, quarter size hail right now for everything. Let's see if there's any pockets of this hail that we're seeing. So that hail is picking up here around Mountain View, Goaty Bow, Carnegie, outside of Hinton and Binger, and then up around El Reno. Those are your clusters of storms with the hail right now. So you can see the darker pink colors here. That would pick that up there. Goaty Bow, Mountain View, Carnegie. So every bit of quarter size hail here staying east of Hobart. That's going to be heading into the refuge here, Medicine Park, over the next little while. Tiffany, this is going to be close. It looks like it's staying mostly east of Highway 183 right now, but trying to get a new track on this because this whole thing is moving southeast at 55, so it's moving much faster. So if we do the whole line here, so this is everybody in the next hour right here. So Frederick's going to be close. We're going to have to use the time for Hollister to get us that one for Frederick. So about 240. 240 for Frederick. Granfield would be about 250. Walters 245. Chatty Fax and Geronimo around 235. Lawton 225. Cash 220. Medicine Park 215. Elgin 220. Apache here at 210. So the next 15 minutes. Rush Springs 235. Marlow around 245. Duncan 250. But Comanche at 255. 3 o'clock. And let's see. Somebody was asking about sulfur. If it hangs on that path, it's a little over an hour. It's about an hour and 15 tie. So be looking closer to 315. 315 if it holds together there. All right. Going to go back in and observe these winds real quick and just see what we've got. I have to pull up Mesonet too. See if they've got any wind gusts that they're reporting with these. I don't have the weather service chat. Gusting to 65 right now in Fort Cobb. Gusting to 65 right now in Fort Cobb. So that shows you the winds that are coming through here for that Anadarko storm. That's every bit of 65 to 70 right there. So this back edge right here, sweeping through Anadarko, Carnegie, that's every bit of 65 to 70 mile per hour winds. So heads up to Apache. That's where you're seeing. Is this going to hit Turner Falls? Yeah, I've got my niece and my sister-in-law out there. I'll do a new track here, Summer, in just a second. Gary, not much in the way of hail. There are some pockets of quarter-size hail. I don't see anything larger than that right now. If we're tracking Davis area, I was saying about 315, Tara, 315, 320 would be the time frame there. I would assume a lot of those folks have those alerts. That camera just wants to glitch on me. All right. Let's kind of peek in on the camera here at the Apache Casino Hotel. Let's see what we've got going on up there on the rooftop right now. And there's the line of storms starting to dive south. Hopefully we are good there for tonight. You can see the concrete just sweating out there with all the humidity, the mugginess, the line of lightning and wind lining up on our doorstep. The temperature's actually been climbing here a little bit too ahead of this. So we're holding about 80 degrees. Seeing anything different out of that little notch in Anadarko. So still seeing some away and some towards here. So there's some circulation there coming through the west side of Anadarko. Again, not anything tornado producing yet. That storm up there about to cross through Bridge Creek towards Blanchard. That's where you're seeing more of that rotation right there, coming right across the highway. Highway 9 and I-44 is where that circulation is heading down towards the Blanchard area. Let's come back to the Frederick radar and see if that changes anything. Again, folks, like, share this. Let folks know that we're out here tracking these storms. And the winds being registered a little bit higher. It comes a little bit closer to the radar now. So still showing anything from 55 to 65 mile per hour winds. So solidly 55 to 65 mile per hour winds. It's gusting to 42 in Hobart, still to 65 in Fort Cobb, about 60 in El Reno. So really the whole line here has got some pretty strong winds to it. The whole line here has got some pretty strong winds. It's warned for 70. It's warned for 80 up around Oklahoma City. You can see that now that we're looking further away, you can see that circulation area. We're looking higher. So it's rotating up in the higher elevations. It hasn't really focused down at the lower elevations, but that's coming right through Bridge Creek and down towards Blanchard here in about 5 to 10 minutes. So this is for northern McLean County heading towards Blanchard. I want to watch that one carefully. Again, not an imminent tornado there. This is looking higher up into the storm. If you look from Twin Lakes a little bit closer, you can still see there is some toward and away. So a lot of toward, not a lot of away. So there is some rotation right in here, but not anything about to drop a tornado at this second. But I'd be inside and away from the windows there in Blanchard just in case as that storm starts to work its way through. Let's back out and just show the rest of the area here. So this whole line is severe warned. all the way from Hominy, Pawhuska, Pawnee, Stillwater, Cushing, Chandler, Oklahoma City, Norman, Chickasha, Anadarko, Lawton, Rush, Cache, Snyder, Manitou, Hobart. Everybody in that line. And looks like, again, solidly 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Solidly 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. I don't think this is anything to get the kids up for. Again, is the map blurry or is the text blurry or is the whole thing blurry? Yeah, I don't understand why it's coming in blurry. The whole thing is blurry. Well, that's fun because it doesn't show me having any limitations. Very blurry. That's strange. I don't understand that. The map with the text. All of it, even me. I don't understand that. And now that everybody's having that, I'm not showing any drop in signal. Can you still hear me though, right? That is strange. I'm running everything the way I normally run it. So that's strange. That's going to be something with my StreamYard here then. I sound clear. Okay, well, at least that's something I've got going on here. So I don't know. Okay, so the banner is clear, but everything, why would everything below that be the, that's strange. That's going to be something with my StreamYard. I don't know why they are blurry. Okay, so there is a bit of an outflow boundary here. I can see it. Cement, Cyril, Ellsworth, Latonka, back through the West Range and through Snyder. So this is out in advance of this. So be seeing more strong winds than we would be anything tornadic out of that. So that's definitely some good news, at least for this stretch of the line. Getting the update here. You can see some heavier downpours out ahead of the line. Okay, there's the new warning now that goes out through Purcell and Lindsay now. And it is warned for 70 mile per hour winds. So pretty much it's better now. Okay, I'm going to say it's just a little glitch with the StreamYard program. If everybody's dealing with that, everything was crystal clear on my side, and my Dobson fiber has been no issue. So just trying to get that squared away. Again, like and share this. Make sure folks know that we're out here tracking this. Again, the whole line, not seeing anything tornado producing right now. Again, this is from the Frederick radar. Everything is 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Now it's really blurry. I don't know what's going on here. I'm going to say it's an issue with StreamYard. Somebody take a picture of it, screen grab of it, send it to me just so I can come to StreamYard with it and see if they can help me out with what might be the issue. I would rather be on than not on because of there's not anything that I see. So gusting to 40 in Hollis, 40 in Mangum, 45 in Hobart, 47 in Apache, 60 in Minco. Again, not anything tornadic. Gust fronts out in front of it, so that takes away some of the immediate tornado threat there. Hail core still warned for quarter-sized hail, although right now looks like that would be a little bit smaller. If we're seeing hail, it's probably up here around Tuttle, Blanchard, Bridge Creek. There is a new tornado warning up for the Choctaw, Newalla, McLeod, Hara area, if you have any family that's up there. So all of these are warned for 70 mile per hour winds. So again, every bit of 60 to 70 here. The whole line from Snyder all the way up through Norman pretty much has potential of 70 mile per hour winds. You can see in the camera below me, that is from Geronimo. You can see the light show there. And then again, if I pull up the Apache Casino Hotel camera here, you can see the same light show off towards the north of Lawton. So that's what it looks like right now. Can't really see too much of the structure right now, like we did during the evening a couple of weeks, like a week or so back. Okay, we'll check back on that here in a minute, but still, let's make sure we've got the speed on this whole line. That's 40 over there, but 55 over here. That gust front really, yeah, there is a little appendage here, but again, what I'm seeing is this gust front here that's out ahead of it, so that takes away, and then there's just a little kinks along the line here that we have to watch for. The one near Surreal Cement, I'm not as concerned about just because it's behind the gust front. Again, I'll still keep a watch on it, obviously. Yeah, Brandon, I'm dealing with the same thing here. So I'm thinking it's something with my StreamYard. If so many people are seeing it that way, it's not being pumped out blurry. At least it doesn't appear to be coming out blurry on my OBS. It doesn't appear to be coming out blurry on my StreamYard. So I'm sure it's one of those. But if somebody could just snap a screenshot of it, and I can try and figure out if it's one of those two. I don't understand why all of a sudden you tape things the same way all the time and it just looks blurry. Lots of lightning and rain in the Anadarko area. Thank you, Connie. Sorry. It's 2:15 in the morning. I'll do my best. Okay, thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. I'll see if I can mess around with this and take away something next time. Try and remove a step. I wanted to try and make sure we got YouTube involved here, trying to find multiple ways of getting that information out there. But if that's going to be making things worse, I might have to skip it. But right now, I'd rather be on and try and battle that first thing in the morning. All right, getting more updates here. So starting to see that leading edge coming in. There's the gust front about to move into Cache, moving through Medicine Park and Elgin right now. If we're seeing any hail, it'd be up here around the Boone area, southern Caddo County. It'd be heading towards Ellsworth, Latonka. Quarter size hail there. You try and pinch or anything like that, see if that does anything. Yeah, 2:15 in the morning. It's not a good time for me to try and think about technical issues, especially if they're not mine. They could be something else, but just want to get on and talk and let people know what we've got going on. So still, and every bit of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds, that's the main threat here. It's moving southeast at 55. It's kind of breaking up over there around Snyder a bit. Hobart's still seeing some downpours. I'll be over there tomorrow, or it's today now, right? So I'll be over there at some point today. Same thing with Paul's Valley, trying to get those cameras taken care of. Yeah, I know I've got to speak through a bit more of this now than I was hoping to. Let me put a new track on here for this, since a lot of folks are missing out on the visual for some reason. That's just strange to me today. Trying to push this down towards Ardmore, trying to get some more people. So still about 2:30 for Lawton. So we've got another 15 minutes before it moves in. Rush Springs around 2:40. Winds are insane. Is that an official report, Chris? Insane winds in Fletcher. So every bit of 60 to 70. So it's coming down sideways. Cache around, I'm going to say 2:30 as well. So Chatty, Fax, and Geronimo, 240, 250. 250 in Walters, closer to 3 o'clock in Temple. Rush around 235, Marlow 240, Duncan 250. 3 o'clock for Comanche and Velma, 310 in Waurika, 320 in Ryan, 330 in Terrell. Velma 305. I think I already said that. Katie Tatum's around 315, 320. Hilton at around 325. Yeah, you should be able to shelter above ground. This is not an EF5 tornado coming through. No, we're not needing to do that. We're not having to drive south either. Wilson 330, Ardmore 345, Marietta closer to 4 a.m. So Marietta closer to 4 a.m. So all of this is still straight line winds. It's now coming down down at the visitor center of the visitor center all the way up through Medicine Park, Elgin, Ninnekah, and over towards Cole and Goldsby. That's where we're seeing the storms right now. There's some spotty storms out ahead of it. Lindsay, Rush Springs, seeing some rain. That will confirm the insane winds by Lake Latonka. Okay. Just trying to watch that Geronimo camera too and see what we've got here. So I'm going to say about 3 o'clock for Pauls Valley, 3:20 for Wynnewood, about 3:30 for Sulphur Davis. I know some folks have got either kids at Falls Creek or kids at Cross Timbers. We'll be watching out for that closely too. Again, that's about 3:30 for that area down there in Murray County. Power is out in Fletcher. So the power is already out in Fletcher. Okay. Power is out in Fletcher. Let me delete this real quick. So everybody's expecting to see this line come through at some point in the next hour at this point now. Just trying to keep that image from blinking too much. Power's out by Lake Latonka. Yep, this is going to knock some power out throughout the area. So I have some friends with power out by Lake Latonka. Yep, we're getting plenty of those from Latonka up through Fletcher. There's going to be sporadic ones coming through. Again, that gust front coming through Cache now, coming through Fort Sill. So again, 60 to 70 mile per hour winds are the main threat right now. This is the leading edge of storms right now, but there may be more storms towards sunrise. But right now, this is the bigger line. There's another tornado warning here, including the eastern Oklahoma City metro area. It does include Shawnee. Flood advisory for Grady County. I keep going in here to the winds and just seeing if there's anything of note. So just now getting the gusty winds north of Sterling. Okay. Getting some pretty gusty winds here up at the lake. It's every bit of 60 to 65. And kind of behind the main line, you're still seeing some of those gusts of 50 to 60. I keep going to Mesonet. It is gusting to 42 in both Altus and Mangum, 35 in Hobart, 52 mile per hour gust in Medicine Park. That is in the refuge and the higher elevations. Apache is gusting to 62 right now. On the radar, it's not showing much below that. It's still showing 30-mile-per-hour winds. So again, gusting pretty strong. Chickasha is gusting to 40. Minko's gusting to 56. So across much of Caddo, northern Comanche, again, 50 to 60-mile-per-hour winds for sure. 65 plus is possible. So there's a little bit of rotation here. Let me match that up with the radar here real quick and see what we've got. Okay, so there's a little bit of a notch there right to the east of Medicine Park. We need to keep an eye on. Right there, Highway 49. Seeing a little bit of rotation right in there. So watching that carefully. Not quite matching too well, but keep a watch on that. Let's put this back in motion. So we're starting to see the gust front coming across. Again, the gust front is out ahead of this, so we're not expecting anything immediately with the tornadic threat here. So these winds have been hanging around for a good 30 minutes plus behind the main gust front here, Whitney. So it'd be 30 to an hour, 30 minutes to an hour that we deal with these winds. Aaron, how long do you think before this blows through Lawton? Appreciate you being live early this morning. Yes, hit that early alarm to make sure. So we're probably about 5 to 10 minutes, about 10 minutes out from seeing this come through. Let's see, Marlin Woody Woods, wind 30 plus at Lee Boulevard and Deo Mission. Thank you. Thanks for passing that along. So again, the gust front is starting to rush through many spots right now. You're starting to see it fill in here around Rush Springs. We're watching these areas just for some little notches here. You see over towards Purcell. There's the tornado warning right now east of Oklahoma City. It does include Shawnee. There is no other tornado warning in the state. Again, just for that Shawnee area right now. All of this potential 60 to 70 mile per hour winds as it comes through. So still 70 mile per hour winds. That's what each of these warnings is for. It's just now coming into Cache, coming into Fort Sill, coming through Elgin, now into Sterling. Rush Springs going to see that here in the next few minutes. Lindsay as well. Purcell on your doorstep in the next few minutes. How's it looking for Cache and Indiahoma? Seeing some gusty winds now in central Lawton. Yep, that's the gust front coming in. That's the gust front. That's not the actual front, the actual storm just yet. Trying to go to my camera here and see what we've got. You can see the shelf cloud. You can see how it's dark under here, and then it's lighter on the front. Are the high winds in front of the storm or throughout the storm? So you're going to get the initial smack right there along the gust front, and then it does pick up behind the main line as the precipitation picks up. So, Madison, this is heading in that direction as well. I'll time that out here for Walters here in just a minute. So you're noticing the winds starting to pick up there. Had a gust to 40 at Lee Boulevard and Deo Mission Road. Another flood advisory for Grady County. It's blowing pretty hard there in Ninnekah right now. Okay, so winds starting to pick up in town with the gust front. No, this is just yeah, no circulation. There's no, it's all just straight line winds. So this is all coming south at 55 miles per hour. So let me draw a new track on here for folks that are just hopping on. Not, there's been some little pockets, but the gust front is out ahead of things, so it's kind of snuffing out that risk right now. So let me kind of track out the main threat area here. And again, give or take a few minutes. So this is 2:45 for Lawton. So got another 15 minutes. Marlow 2:45. Chatty Faxon closer to 2:50. Leah, I'll give a quick check up there here in just a second, but I usually take care of the southwest corner of the state. So let me get these folks timed out here before I go and check up there. Okay. So yes, it's getting breezy out there. See, Christina, can you give me an idea of what the hail size looks like? I would assume it's not. So Temple, 3 o'clock. Comanche, 3 o'clock. Duncan, it's about 250. Velma, 305. Waurika, 315. Ryan, 325. Hilton, 325. Wilson, 335. Nope, I'm not saying it's missing Duncan. I'm just trying to name off as many towns as I can. Power's out by Latonka. So Duncan is at 251. So there's Duncan right there, 251. Katie, 325. Springer at around 342. Anybody who's got kids over here at Falls Creek or Cross Timbers, that's going to be, I'd say, closer to 330. So 330 about that time out there. Ardmore would be closer to 350. And closer to 4 o'clock down around Marietta. So everybody's expecting to see this between the next hour to hour and a half. If you're watching over here, Frederick, you're getting the gusty winds, but it looks like the rain should mostly stay off to your east. There's a new warning that's going to include Garvin County. The power went out. So trying to see, just picking through the rotation. The strongest rotation now is over towards Shawnee. And you can see there's the strong winds right here. Those are your significant winds here. It looks a lot worse from the Twin Lakes radar. There's 70-mile-per-hour winds coming through Purcell right there. So Maysville, I'll be watching out closely for that one. So Pauls Valley. Mindy, there may be some small hail, but this is mainly 60 to 70-mile-per-hour winds. So 70-mile-per-hour winds, there is that area right there. That area of concern is for Maysville. It is all moving southeast at 50 miles per hour. So 50 to 55 mile per hour straight line path here. So that's some rotation right in here. So this whole thing right here is rotating. So you've got here south of Purcell, north of Maysville. All of that is rotating. Pauls Valley, I would be taking your precautions here just in case. I would be getting inside and away from the windows. There is no tornado warning for this, but that is definitely some intensifying rotation there. Let's put that away. Put that away, and let's try and time out that circulation area right here. I'll do that as more of a cellular storm path and see what we got. So this area right here, so Maysville at around 240, Pauls Valley 250, Wynnewood 3 o'clock, Davis closer to 305, Sulphur 315, Doherty 315, Springer 320, Gene Autry, the Ardmore Airport 325. That's that area of circulation up here that we need to watch very carefully. So again, that's heading along I-35. That will be heading through Garvin and Murray counties. That would be heading towards the Davis area. So again, about 3 to 315 for those folks around the Falls Creek and the Cross Timbers area. So again, a lot of folks out and about. It's summertime. We've got a lot of camps. So I want to make sure those folks are good too. Come back to, so Zeus, it's about the gust fronts just launched through. Let's hope can hear the rumbles here at the house now. So there's the gust front's already gone through, the rain picking up there at the casino. Let's pray it survives this time. Would sure hate to have 2 of those incidences in about a week's time. Okay, it's gusting to 51 in Altus. There's no rain there. Tipton gusting to 30. It's 35 gust in Hobart still, 32 in Fort Cobb, 42 in Apache, 55 mile per hour gust in the higher elevation of the refuge. Shelley says, Latonka is getting hammered. Yeah, it is. Every bit of 55 to 60 mile per hour winds. Yeah, every bit of 60 mile per hour winds coming across the area. 65 to 70 probably. Not seeing anything as far as rotation. The gust front has kind of come through. Yeah, all of this is straight line winds here. Just watching that area over here, that doesn't even translate up above really much. Winds are picking up in central high. Go back to the reflectivity here. Nothing tornadic here for Lawton Zeus. Not really looking at that. This gust front out ahead of everything is kind of keeping that threat down. So Maggie says 53rd and Gore, wind is strong. It's starting to rain. Then it caused about halfway through, but it's taking its time here. Yeah, we'll definitely take some rain. There's a pocket of hail here just to your west between Cement and Ninnekah. It's coming through. Yes. So Rush Springs, will have to watch out for that quarter-size hail with that. Still dealing with that tornado warning up around the Shawnee area. That's the only tornado warning. Now Duncan is included in the latest warning, and they've brought that down to 60 mile per hour winds. But still, every bit of 65 is still possible here. Have been seeing some wind gusts recently up to 62 in Apache. So this same storm coming through. Again, I got to fix my wind sensor up on the Apache Casino. So my wind speed is not coming in. You see it's broken right there. So I'm trying to fix it. But you can see the sideways rain coming down here at the casino right now. Trees are moving around. There's the light show. There's the wind picking up here. Hang on there, buddy. Let's stay upright this time. It's hanging on. It's taking a beating again. Getting the strong wind here at my house too. Just heard that. So every bit of 60 to 70. So every bit of 50 to 60 mile per hour winds coming across town right now. Get an update here. The latest sweep. Is it still hanging on here? Tell me it's still hanging on here. Yep, we're still hanging on here. Still hanging on up there at the casino. Thanks to those folks at the Apache Casino Hotel for. So we still got about another hour plus of rain. The strongest of the wind here is probably going to be with us for the next 30 minutes. Brandon, it's not a problem. Not a problem. I know folks get concerned when stuff comes through in the middle of the night. Set that alarm and make sure everybody else is asleep and then come over here and take care of stuff. I know it's scary considering folks have had trees blown down here recently. So hail is starting by Lake Latonka. Sounds small, but there's a lot. Yeah. So that'd be another hail core here. So there's nothing tornadic here, Caitlin. Nothing tornadic. It is just gusty winds. Gusty winds. 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. It's coming down pretty strong here at my house. I'm in the heart of town off of Sheridan. There's the camera. It's taking its beating, but it's hanging up there today. Becca, I just got the severe weather alert for Duncan. Was already up checking with you. Yeah, all of this is straight line winds. Nothing tornadic here. Super grateful if someone who's coming to the area. Most of the time, the major news areas are not so nice. Yeah, we're seeing, Chickasha is still in the warning, but it's starting to come down. It's really, really gusty here at the house now. Really, you're seeing the camera here below me. That is the Geronimo camera. I'll be going back out to Hobart to get that camera fixed and get it online at Paul's Valley later today. So we'll be getting those other views going. Make sure that we get great looks at our area. I'll get another track here in just a second. Just going to check the winds. Make sure. So the leading edge of the winds coming through Geronimo, Central High, Marlow, Lindsay. Switch radar sites here real quick. So there's your really strong winds. Ad Whitaker, Pumpkin Center is super windy, and Gus just tuning in. Any guesses how long we're in for? I'd say the winds for sure, Adam. At least a good half hour with the winds. And then, we're in for the rain for a good hour or two. Jamie, power out at 135th and Southeast Lee. Okay, thank you. Winds just hit 6 east of Geronimo, 31 mile an hour winds. Sounds like we're starting to calm down here in Fletcher. Is the power still out there, Michael? I assume it is. Very breezy, very windy coming through here. And getting a lot of rain there at the camera site. There's the camera getting its weekly wash. Very, very windy on the east side. Okay, so Michael says he's got power. What is that suggesting here? So again, still 50 to 60 mile per hour winds. How's it looking for Stevens County? Mark, I'll get you a new track here in a second. Woken up by the storm. How severe is it for Lawton? Again, it's all straight line winds, 60 mile per hour winds, 60 for sure. Right now, it's the strongest wind is in Washington. That's going to be up here in McLean County. They're getting a 72 mile per hour wind in Washington over here. So right here, that's your 72 mile per hour wind coming into Purcell. So that's the strongest winds right there between Blanchard and Purcell. The rest of us seeing solidly 60 mile per hour winds coming across the area. Let me get, this is still moving southeast at, they've slowed it down quite a bit to 30 miles per hour now. It's catching up with the outflow. So let's get a new line here. So they dropped. Let's do our linear path here, and let's cut that down to 30. It's slamming on the brakes here. Getting a lot of heavy rainfall here. Okay, faxing at 340. Faxing at 340, Geronimo. Yeah, I don't think 340 is correct. 315. Got to check with Radar Omega on this stuff. 320 in Walters, 330 in Temple. 3 o'clock in Duncan, 315 Comanche, 340 in Waurika, 340 as well in Velma. Ryan at 4 o'clock, Healton at 410, Wilson at 420. Let's say Lone Grove at 440, 445 for Ardmore. Tatum's at 4 o'clock, Katy at 415. And we're getting back to the blurriness again. I think it's an issue either with my OBS or with my StreamYard. And I cannot figure out which one it is because I'm not seeing anything blurry on either end or my outputs here. Oh, for sure, Brandon. The rate at which this stuff is starting to come down, there'll definitely be some more flood advisories out there. I've kind of had them turned off right now, but let me see what we do have out there. Turn those back on. The one right now is for the Oklahoma City Metro. I do expect to see some of those flood advisories coming out again, considering how soggy it has been of late. It's just windy, windy, windy here. Every bit of 50 to 60 coming through. So there is your sideways rain. So what if you lose power? I do not have a generator. So That is in the long-term plans, but if somebody if somebody wants to ensure that the Tech Summer Weather Lab can keep going throughout all situations, that would be great. Uh, that would be a wonderful sponsor opportunity to make sure that this resource stays going throughout all types of weather. I do have a small portable generator about this big that could keep me going in a pinch for a little bit, but that's mainly to make sure our electronics and the refrigerator and all that kind of stuff stay on. Okay, there is a tornado warning out here. Does not include our area. That is for Kanawha, heading over towards Ada. So the leading edge of the winds now down around Faxon, Geronimo, coming towards the Lawton Duncan Y, Marlow, Bray next in line. You can see below me, that is the Geronimo camera. Yeah, let's see if it will hold. So far, I've not had any blinking, but let's hope that stays going. Right now, definitely some gusty winds here at the studio on off of Sheridan Road. It's still seeing the pressure washing that the camera is taking right now at the Apache Casino Hotel on the east side of Lawton. A lot of heavy rainfall there. You can see the sheets of rain coming through the parking lot right there. Just absolute buckets of rain right now. So there is your leading edge. Did this slow down any over here? Or they still have that going south at 55. They still have that southeast at 50. Power just went out here in Pumpkin Center. Marie, small hail. Rogers Lane. Yeah, this thing is stretching. I mean, there is your storm right here. I mean, from Lawton all the way up to west side of Tulsa. So it is just plowing through. It is cutting a course. We can expect this to be out. I think the winds will be with us for a good 30 minutes. And then the rain will be out of here in the next couple of hours, hour or two. But that is let's just look at that. The entire line, you've got this little bit of a swirl here. So this is what we call an MCV, or a mesoscale convective low, or a mesoscale convective vortex right up here. So this helps sustain this whole line. So that's going to be some pretty strong winds coming up into the Tulsa area here too. So if you've got any friends or family up there, this is a big line. How do I remain so calm? Rocco, you've heard me do this for many, many years. You stopped by the station before. I know you have. There's no sense in me getting worked up. I mean, I'll be firm, but there's no sense in being excitable. That does, I mean, I know that drives clicks, that sells. I'm not going to change who I am just to get clicks. I've said that numerous times. I know you're scared enough, and the last thing you need is somebody yelling at you. So there's the gust front. Let me come back to the Lawton, or the Frederick radar. Sorry. So if you're watching from Frederick, Snyder, Altus, Mangum, Hollis, Hobart, wind just here south of Lake Humphrey. The wind speed, get a generator for yeah, we'll see. Everything's gusting consistently 50 to 60. All the mesonet sites, Medicine Park's at 49, Tipton's at 45, Alta's 44, Hollis at 41, Mangum at 39, Fort Cobb at 36. So it's coming down from where it was. It's heavy, heavy rain. We're starting to see it lighten up here. Pecan Valley, 82nd Street, it's starting to lighten up a little bit. Paul's Valley, it's about to get started. Duncan, it's about to get started. Yes, Teresa, it is. Same thing over here. I'm only a few blocks away from you. So super strong winds. I don't have the windows open. Again, it's every bit of 60 to 70. 60 to 70. When will the wind lighten up? Our fireworks tent is getting hammered. Toby, are you the ones down there in Geronimo? I assume you guys are the ones in Geronimo or elsewhere. I can't remember. Got these winds for at least 30 minutes. It's got to be almost done in Ninica, right? I'm ready for it to be done. It feels like forever. Yeah, it's just coming down. Pumpkin Center. I got you. So, yeah, we've got 30 minutes of wind and then an hour of rain. So, good morning. Thank you for the early morning reports. You're welcome. This cold and hot air feels really weird. Heavy wind in Pumpkin Center. Hail just passed in Rush Springs. How big would you say there in Rush, Shannon? Sulfur, watching that rotation is a bit nerve wracking. I'll go back to that here in just a second. Keep going back and forth between my story. I'm trying to figure out why this is so blurry too, whether this is my streaming partners or if it's my internet signal. I don't know. Oh gosh, you do not have to do that. You do not have to do that. Okay, this one's still 30. Let's put this new track here. It's about to come into Duncan here shortly. I'm going to push this off to the south. Any minute now in Duncan. Walters for you, 325. Temple, 330. Randelette, about 345. Comanche, 320. Hastings, 330. Addington, 330. Waurika, 345. Sugden, Ryan around the 4 o'clock. Terrell at 420. Ringling Cornish at about 410. Hilton, 415. Ardmore closer to 5. Tina, we probably have, again, another half hour or so of this. Probably have about another half hour or so of this. Let me check the winds. I haven't hopped on this in a while. Again, looking from the Twin Lakes. Well, the storm woke me up, and I instantly went to your app because I knew you'd be uncovering this. Thank you. Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate it. Again, some pretty strong winds and looking pretty high up in the storm. Okay, Toby's saying we're getting about pea size out there at Pumpkin Center. Justin says the power's out on the east side of Lawton. After this passes through Stevens County, is the wind going to calm down? It'll be every bit of 30 minutes of wind and then rain for about an hour or two. Lacey Stotler, east side of Lawton, storm knocked out the power. So transformer likely blew there on the east side of town. I wasn't following the camera. Let's see. See here, hop over here, see if I can. Oh, pole. Yeah, not seeing a lot of light back there. That's looking towards nope, that's looking straight south. Nope. I did the wrong thing. Oops. That's what happens when I'm supposed to hit the X on the camera and not the X on the whole app. So that's my fault. I'm by the airport, like directly across from it. I have power, heavy rain, but still not super. Power is on and off in Fletcher. There's the flood advisory. As Brandon mentioned, flood advisory coming out for Comanche, Caddo, Stevens, Grady counties. That's more towards the east. There's our camera lens right there. All right, come back here. Uh, 50 mile per hour winds coming through Walters, 45 still in Medicine Park, 40 mile per hour winds elsewhere. Let's see. Storm total rainfall. Most of this has been an inch to 2 inches. A little bit heavier up here to the north, but most of this is an inch to 2 inches of rain. Just got a 63 mile per hour wind gust at Granfield. A 63 mile per hour wind gust at Granfield. So that's that gust front right there. 63 in Granfield. Thanks for keeping me updated on this. I don't know why it's going in and out. It's you're clear, Austin. You're clear. Thank you. I don't understand why. I was looking for Foster. Oh, where are we at here? There it is. You're right in it. So you are just about to get started here. That wind's going to pick up, and it's going to stick around for a good half hour there, Lydia. So it's every bit of 60 mile per hour winds. Every bit of 60-mile-per-hour winds. Elena, it's starting to lighten up here. You can see 38th Street is starting to lighten up. 38th Street is starting to lighten up. Still quite the light show. The wind has definitely dropped significantly here at the Apache Casino Hotel on the east side of Lawton. So we're seeing the intensity of the rain coming down. The wind is coming down. Lydia, which app is sending you that? Let me see. Because the only tornado warning right now is for Kanawha and the Ada area right now. Small hail, 135th and Lee. Hail in Marlow. Lydia, let me look for it because I don't think there's any. No, Lydia. You're good, Lydia. There's no tornado heading for you. No, there is no tornado heading for you. Keep trying to switch some strong winds maybe, but no tornado heading for you, Lydia. Yeah, I'd say there's some rotation over towards Wynnewood, but for you in Foster, I don't see the tornado warning or a tornadic storm. Oh, I get it. I mean, a lot of folks had tree damage out here just last week. So, yep. So, I get it. But I do not see anything tornadic for Foster. This is every bit of 60 plus mile per hour winds. If you have any concern at all, Shaylin, I would make that decision now. 60, there have been pulses to near 70. Granfield has gusted to 63. Okay, so if there's any sort of hesitation, I would make that call now. Definitely some crazy wind in Empire City. Lightning's blasting Duncan quite a bit. Got to have the coffee to keep going. All right. Again, if you're joining from Granfield, you're not getting any rain from it, but you're definitely getting the strong winds. So Temple getting the strong winds now down into the Wichita Falls area. The heavy rain starting in Duncan now. We'll probably see a new warning coming out. No warning, Tina, or no rotation, Tina. I would mention it if there was, but there's not any rotation. Bailey just joined. Lots of wind in Walters, but it looks like the storm is north of us, right? Most of it is. Yeah, most of it is. It's starting to rain pretty heavily there in Walters now. Uh, Definitely going to be pretty gusty here for the next 30 minutes, Bailey. Every bit of 60 plus, 60 to 65 mile per hour winds coming through. How's the airport area? It is starting to lighten up now. It is starting to lighten up here. I've definitely heard the wind and the rain subside here at home. Sounds like Kathleen has seen the wind pick up there in Comanche. Again, like, share this, let folks know we are following these storms as they come through. Tatum, tell Christy that those viewers say you need a nap later. I don't have time for a nap. Tatum, you know I've got 3 kids, right? There is no nap. Plus, I have to drive to Hobart and Pauls Valley today and try and get these cameras working. So I am not done at all today. It is just getting started. So it's very windy here. So 60 to 70 mile per hour winds coming through. I got to be able to go back to sleep, Douglas. I'm not going to have a second cup here. I got to go back to sleep. Yeah. Eric, still waiting here in Ardmore. It's tracking that way, Eric. They still say anywhere from 50 to 30 mile per hour, trying to figure out how fast they actually think this is going. So you're about 45 minutes to an hour away, Eric. Still 45 minutes to an hour away. Thank you for staying up with us. More coffee for you. Yes. Not blurry on Facebook or YouTube anymore. Thank you. Thunder scared the crap out of me. It is mainly wind and rain. I'm not seeing, well, we may see some small pea-sized hail with this. Yeah, you just got the warning. Yep. I will time that out here in just a second, Liberty. My son said you're one of the nicest guys who used to work with you at the TV station. Jackie, who was that? Who was that? You're going to have to give me some names. It's been a while. I've been there since 2018. So I saw a lot of people pass through there. Renee, it's starting to taper off here in town. Yes, it is starting to taper off. So this, oh, good old Jesse Dalton. Loved hearing about his music career. Tell him hi for me. It has been a good little while. Hopefully he's doing all right. 311, small pea-sized hail in North Duncan. So yeah, pea-sized is about all I expect with this. So it's still moving south at 30 now. So let's put a new track on here. Granfield might get some rain out of this. There might be some more rain here towards sunrise. There'll be some scattered stuff, but this is definitely the strongest stuff coming through. No, he was good people. He was definitely good people. Good to hear. Do Do you know how bad it got in Shawnee? My dad lives up there. I know there was a tornado warning up there. There is no longer a tornado warning up there. I do not have my storm reports on. Let me turn those on. Let me turn my lightning on. Not seeing any storm reports out of there. Yeah, once that leading edge hits you, it's about 30 minutes of winds and then rain for about an hour. It looks like the hail's trying to pick up here. I always get my Duncan Lakes mixed up here. There's so many of them. So Gatlin, Ridgeback Road, Lake Humphreys. So you're seeing the hail trying to pick up here south of Bray, Lake Humphreys. Don't forget to check your fences before letting your pets out tonight. Yes. Can you go back to sleep in Walters? Yep, I'd say you're good. This is just some gusty winds. There's a new tornado warning now. The Wetumpka area. Stillwater. Yeah, Stillwater's in the clear. Nancy. Again, Comanche, it's on your doorstep here, 3:30. Okay, so we found the quarter size hail. Mel giving us the report from Lake Humphreys. So there's the quarter size hail right now. So heads up, Velma Loco, if that holds on. Maris asking about Geronimo. Yes, it's going to start lightening up here the next 10, 15 minutes. We have no power out here. Melissa, I'm getting to that. I've got it timed out here. So Waurika's coming up around 3:55. Temple already on your doorstep. I don't know why it's saying 4 o'clock. I will check on that. Gives me a general total. I can check PSO, and I don't know if I need to check Cotton Electric. Got super strong in Comanche, and then the temperature dropped. Fuquay Lake area is loud. Yep. Waurika around 4. Ardmore's closer to 4:45. We got the rain picking up here around Falls Creek. Okay, so Falls Creek is right there. That's Falls Creek. So Falls Creek is happening around 4:45, maybe closer to 4:30 now. I haven't checked the winds on that one lately. I keep trying to switch my radar sources and see what the winds are doing here. There's some pretty strong winds coming into Davis. And that's suggesting every bit of 60. Again, we're looking higher and higher into the storm here. So it's a little bit harder to pick it apart, but 60 to 65 mile per hour winds over here towards Davis. Okay, so that's going to be heading towards the Cross Timbers Falls Creek area. Got another tornado warning here. That's going to be for Beggs and Okmulgee over towards the Muskogee Nation. The other one is down here. I think I said that was Wetumpka. Yep, Wetumpka. So 2 tornado warnings out here for the eastern part of the state, either side of I-40. I will try and get some rest here soon. Hopefully here we get everything passed in the next 45 minutes, and that means Joe will wake up here around 5:30 just to to let me know. So JoJo will be up here at about 5:30. That's usually what she does. So we don't know how to sleep in the summertime, apparently. Okay, let's see here. Looks like there's some outages. Sullivan Village, quite a bit of outages around Sullivan Village. There are some spotty outages elsewhere around Lawton, but it seems like Sullivan Village is the one that has the most right now. There's about 700 folks there in the Sullivan Village neighborhood on the east side that have the power out right now. Not seeing anything. Cheyenne still waiting there in Hilton. Yep, we're waiting patiently for it to get there. Probably a good 20, 30 minutes. You are welcome, Justin. Just got quiet and calmish. Coming over there. It's just a brief lull in the rain, and it'll pick right back up again here, Lydia. Not any rotation or anything. If there was any rotation, it's going to be out to your east over towards 35. Haven't really been seeing that. Like every bit of 60 to 70 mile per hour winds. Need to reset my Geronimo camera here. There we go. A lot of lightning there in Stevens, Cotton counties. Lawton seeing it lighten up, but the heavier rain's going to come back in here on the backside real quick. Yes, it is safe to go to sleep. It is safe to go to sleep. We are good here in Lawton. Yeah, it's just a lull in the rain. It's just a brief break. It's going to pick up again, and it's really the leading edge that has the strongest winds, but I'm not really seeing anything stronger on that east side. East Duncan was gusting to 35, Pauls Valley at 23, Sulphur at 10. So not really seeing anything super strong with any of these winds. Once it passes Comanche, will there be anything else hairy? I don't expect anything else hairy, but there'll be some more storm chances through the morning, closer to sunrise. And Mustang was gnarly. Whew, you see that lightning strike there. I do not want to jinx it, but we're still standing. Man, those are some extra strong tie down straps out there, Toby. Uh, glad you guys are okay out there. We've got more nighttime storms, maybe not this coverage for the next couple of nights. So just be on your guard next couple of nights, but not nearly to this coverage area coming through here. There might be some more scattered storms in the morning. I say the morning. We're already in the morning. Here in the next little bit, let me pull up the models here and let me just see how they're handling this right now. Yes, you can go back to sleep, Duncan, for the Duncan folks. Okay, so it seems to be handling this okay. It's maybe showing storms a little too far west. But let's see what it shows here. Again, this is the model for what's coming up. So there's still some more scattered stuff. This shows more scattered storms through 7 o'clock. Not anything like the leading edge of this line. Okay. And then we're pretty much done with rain chances until later in the day. Depending on where this boundary sets up, we might see some more along the Red River in the afternoon. But wherever this boundary decides it's going to set up, it's going to be a little further to the south. So this might be along the Red River. It might be along US 70. It might be down into Texas. So we'll be watching that for sure. But it's definitely going to be further south for redevelopment in the afternoon. So we'd have to watch out. Waurika, Ardmore, Marietta, Lake Texoma heading into tomorrow afternoon. But again, could see some more redevelopment behind this, not anything significant through about 7 o'clock in the morning. So that's kind of what I'm seeing there. Maybe more off and on storms through 7 a.m. behind this. Okay, pretty strong winds. You can see the significant winds coming through every bit of 60 to, I don't know what these are warned for. These are warned for 70 out here. It's further away from the radar. Getting higher and higher up. Thank you, Don. It's always trying to make things look better, make it not too busy, but I want to make sure you get as much information as you need. I don't want to throw too much up there. Thanks to the folks at the City of Geronimo for the camera below me, the folks at the Apache Casino Hotel for the one there in Lawton, and then I've got to go to Hobart and Pauls Valley later today. Get those, hopefully, the Hobart one back online, but get Pauls Valley online for the first time. So, Dylan, any rotation for the storm coming into Stevens County? Again, looking way far away from there. Bobby, I have to take my kid to OKC for an appointment. Good around 7:30. Yeah, you should be fine. I don't know where you're leaving from, but there may be some scattered stuff around. I don't see anything tornadic imminent around here anywhere. It's definitely strong winds. We're just far away from the radar here. When we get up into the Arbuckles, it gets really hard to see. Yeah, Bobby, there may be some scattered storms around Stevens County through 7 o'clock, but it looks like most of it's going to be fairly spotty. So you should be fine. Can we sleep in Hastings? Yes. Yes. Yes, trying to go back to the reflectivity here. It's just now picking up. It is some gusty winds. 60-mile-per-hour winds. It's about the tops that I've seen so far. 65 as it went through Granfield. Linda, it's just some heavy rainfall and some lightning right now. The gusty winds are going to start coming down. Newala, oh man, we're out here. You were outside of, yeah, you're good there, Thomas. It's done. It's done in Newala. It's long done. Power going off and on near the Empire area. Yeah, there's a lot of lightning there. A lot of lightning there. Some gusty winds too, but it's a lot of lightning. Sure, that is not helping things. Everybody's, despite all the counties you see still under severe warnings, the leading edge is the one that's the problem. So Hooper down here, Waurika, it's about to come into Waurika here in the next 10, 15 minutes. We're still looking the next 20 minutes for Ringling, Cornish, Hilton, Wilson. Probably the next 20, 30 minutes for Ardmore as well. Just a lot of straight line winds here. So there's a little bit going away here, a little bit of towards. So there's a little bit of rotation right there between Hastings and Addington. But I still believe we're behind the gust front. Oh, starting to hear the thunder in Ardmore. Eric, it was just going to take a while. It was going to take a while. Brandy asking about Ada. So the leading edge, it's going to be windy here for the next 30 minutes or so. But the leading edge is past you. A lot of lightning out there, a lot of heavy rain. Probably have rain for another hour as well. Bentley, where are you? The largest I've seen is quarter size, and that was not long ago over Lake Humphreys and Duncan. Eric, it's low. It's low. The gust front's kind of rushing out here and kind of snuffing out that rotation. It is low. It is low. A little rumbling here at my Fort Sill and 44, but got good coffee and can watch. There you go. Is Hastings going to have a tornado? No, Mavis. Nope. There is your gust front right in here. So it's out ahead of it. Again, there's some weak rotation there, but I'm not calling for a tornado there. Just something I noticed. I just want to be open with what I see, but I don't see anything going on there. OSU IT in Okmulgee. So that line's about to come in to Okmulgee. Nothing tornadic, but it is all severe. 70-mile-per-hour winds possible out there the next 5 or so minutes. So Jennifer, next 5 or so minutes between Velma and Duncan. That was where I saw some of that hail. It looks like it's more pea-size hail now, but there was some quarters that were possible. How does Duncan look? Am I good to go back to bed? Yes, it's already starting to lighten up a little bit. Still some gusty winds. Where was the rotation in between Addington and Hastings? Yeah, it was some weak rotation. Just some very weak rotation. You can see it in here. There's your green heading towards your red heading away just north of Ulrika. And just some very weak rotation, but little wiggles on the line. Gust front has been out ahead of it, so just keeping an eye on it. Just keeping an eye on it. So Ulrika, just be on guard here. Be inside. Be away from the windows. But not saying that anything is imminent. Just something that I'm monitoring. These little backward C shape or these C shaped little notches right in here. That's where I'm watching for. Christy, is this about over in Walters? You're seeing a little bit of a lull in the rain right now, but it's about to pick back up. So it'll be pretty breezy. But it's got just about another half hour or so. How's that rotation in sulfur? I'm starting to have anxiety attack at the resin greens. No, you're okay. I get it. You're okay. Again, it's really hard because the radar is so far away in Frederick and in Oklahoma City. So it's hard to get a good view from all the way down there. I don't have the Durant radar up. It gets kind of muddled up here. It's just really hard to pick it apart. Not seeing anything. There's definitely some gusty winds. Some very gusty winds coming through sulfur. Again, I'd stay inside and away from the windows, Ty. Yes, there's definitely some rotation there. I do not see anything that shows a tornado right now. But yeah, definitely some rotation nearby in sulfur. How long are these storms lasting? So usually the winds are about 30 minutes, and then the rain is anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half. Higher wind gusts past Duncan and Velma. Yeah, I think that leading edge of winds. Not really. Again, I think it's just some rotation, some hail. Not expecting anything like that. But definitely, yeah, it's not tightening up there. There's definitely some broad rotation there, but not expecting anything to really focus. Mavis, no, not worth getting everybody up for that one. No, it's not really focusing, and the main wind gusts are out ahead of it. So you are fine. Don't. No. No need for that. Again, all these are mainly straight line winds coming through. And again, just as that feature was there, now it's gone. So that's why I try to keep note of them. Because sometimes in these lines, they pop up and then it does something and then it's gone. So just wanted to keep a quick look on those. Shelby is watching from Lone Grove. Thank you for hopping in. It's starting to pick up here. You probably noticed the winds there. Shelby picking up. Again, all this is straight line winds. We've had some gusts up to 60 to 65 tonight, this morning. Not really seeing much in the way of hail outside of quarters, so it's about all we're seeing right now. Here in the Lawton area, the rain is tapering off. A live look from the Apache Casino Hotel on the east side of Lawton. You're looking towards the north. You can see the rain intensity has come down quite a bit. Camera is not bouncing around as much, so we came out on the other side of that one. Temperatures are down in the mid and upper 60s. The dew point is in the mid 60s, so it is a very stuffy morning out there right now. Ardmore, it's on your doorstep right now. Rain in Ringling and Cornish. Ryan, Terrell, and Marietta are really the only spots. I know. And I haven't had a chance to put my sandbags up there yet, Kathleen. I've got to fix some sensors on it, so I've got to be up there soon. Just started. My daughter is up at Weatherford, so I've been up all night watching. Oh gosh, you've been watching for a while. Yep, it is. Cheyenne says it is getting windy in Hilton. Yes, it's already starting to pick up there. But again, all of this has been straight line winds. Have you seen Okmulgee County got a tornado warning? I don't see it right now. I see a severe thunderstorm warning for 70-mile-per-hour winds. But there's a severe thunderstorm warning there again for Okmulgee. No red box. So Eureka, it's about to start here in town. There's a little tiny hail core right there coming towards Addington. So maybe some quarter size hail. Rebecca asking about sleeping in Empire. Yes. There's some lightning. Got the alarm for one on my phone. It might have been earlier. There was one earlier, I believe. But as of right now, no, there is not one for Okmulgee. I think there was one heading towards there at a time, but it is no longer. There was another one just south of I-40, the Wetumpka area. So I think they're both going on at the same time. And but nothing right now. When will this end in Hastings? Again, the winds usually about 30 minutes, and then the heavy rain going on for about an hour. Not a problem prior sailing. Appreciate it. So the rain tapering off here in Lawton. Again, we might see some redevelopment through 7 o'clock. But again, nothing strong. You can see the severe thunderstorm watch is starting to be pulled back here. So for, again, you still see it's in effect for Comanche. It's been pulled back for McLean, and it's pulled back from the Oklahoma City metro area. So all this is clear right here. So all that is good. Sierra, is Comanche good to go back to sleep? Yes. Yes. Michaela is watching from the Ratliff City, Fox area. Okay. So you're down here. It's still quite a bit of lightning there. Ada Roth. Again, the leading edge is past you. So still dealing with a little bit of gusty winds, a little bit of heavy rainfall, but again, give it another half hour or so, and that rain should move on. Tiffany King Ellis. We are in Catoosa for a team camp and sleeping in the school. What's the weather like here? Starting to hear thunder and the winds picking up all the way up here in Blue Whale Country. Catoosa. It's up here. Where is Catoosa? There it is. It's just now starting to move into Tulsa. And it's moving at about 25 miles an hour. I'm just going to do a rough track just for Catoosa here. So it's about 30 minutes out, Tiffany. And it looks like it's just 60-mile-per-hour winds and some small hail. So definitely going to be a light show and some gusty winds, but not anything crazy. Yeah, I think that leading edge has gone past you here. So, yeah, past Waurika, past Hastings. Yeah, you're seeing it starting to wind down just a little bit. Go back to the wind gusts. Yeah, nobody's really seeing anything past 40 right now. That's some good news. So kind of shows you how things are trending. Still 50 outside chance at a 60-mile-per-hour wind gust. Not a problem. Be safe up there. Wichita Falls. Are the storms headed here? Yes. The tail end of them. So you'll get some rumbles and you'll get some rain, but the worst of it's going to stay well to your east. So B, looks like it's going to stay to your east. Looks like the airport gets hit. East side of Wichita Falls gets hit, but that's about it. Yeah, a lot of lightning out there. There's a lot of lightning. I'm in it. Allie, where are you at? Toby, I still thinking there may be some new storms that try to develop here through 7 o'clock, but not anything crazy. Again, I think there's a chance at more scattered storms, not to this severity through 7 o'clock. So we still have another 3 hours of chances. And then it kind of dies down. And then I think anything that develops later today is going to be down around the Red River. There's still a couple of nighttime chances, but I think we should be good. All right. New warning for Jefferson. 60 and quarters. Lots of flood advisories around. Oh, you're in Waurika. Okay. Almost lost power in Waurika, so it's flashing. I try, man. I try. I know you're in your busy season. You don't want all that stuff getting wet. I get it. Thanks for checking in. Appreciate it. Check the rainfall here. Hasn't really updated recently. Again, about a good inch to inch and a half here in Lawton. I almost lost power in Comanche too. So yeah, still a lot of lightning out there. A lot of flashing, strobing. A lot of the lightnings between Comanche and Waurika. Cluster around Velma to Healton. Over towards Sulphur. Again, the leading edge of the line now coming into Ardmore. Starting to see some rain showers moving into Love County now. It's been a little while before they've seen anything. So, but let's check the wind's velocity and see if anything's really. I'm very tired, but I'm waiting for this to pass. I am tired too, and I know my 18-month-old will be up here at 5:30. So I get you. Bentley, we did lose power in Velma Duncan just now, or did it come back? Not really noticing anything crazy with the winds. Check here in Sulphur. Again, still gusty winds coming through. Ashley, waiting on Marietta. Please tell me Marietta is fine. Again, it's trending down. It's trending down. Still, every bit of 50-mile-per-hour winds will be possible, Ashley. Let me go over here. It's moving south at about 30 miles per hour, I believe, was the last I saw. Yep, 30. Let's take the ruler. And we're about half of that. So we're about 30 minutes out, Ashley. About 30 minutes out. Some gusty winds for about half hour, and then that's it. No rotation anymore in Hastings there, Mavis. Steady rain just now in Ardmore, no wind. That's how we want it, right? We'll take the rain, take a little bit of a breeze, but we don't need any of that. Jason McAdoo, ours went out and came right back on here in Comanche. So, yeah, that's been kind of the story here tonight. Just seeing that flashing and then coming right back. That camera is coming in and out there in Geronimo. We'll see. They should issue one more severe thunderstorm warning here out ahead of this line. But again, it should be 60 and like nickel-sized hail. So still 50-mile-per-hour winds possible. Maybe an outside chance at 60. But really, that's about it. Yeah, you're good there in Comanche, Kathleen. Not a problem. Thanks for gutting it through. Get some rest. Thank you, Amy. It's been done and chatty for a while. I'm surprised you're checking in. I'm not really concerned about the tornado risk. No, it'd be more straight line winds, 50 to 60. So it'll be pretty windy for a little bit. Some heavy rain. Just lots of thunder and lightning. Yep, it is a strobe light out there, Jason. It is coming through. It is. Once that leading edge is through, yep, you are pretty much good to go back to sleep. So Ardmore, seeing the leading edge coming in, Dixon. We're still waiting on Love County, really. Douglas, catch up later, going to finish my coffee and think about bed again. Now, I'm not having another cup of coffee because I want to be able to sleep a little bit, especially when I got to drive to Hobart and Pauls Valley today. So, got to fix those cameras and make sure they're up and running. Get Hobart back and get Pauls Valley going. We still got several more to get going out there. So, big steps to take there. Ryan's starting to see the rain now. We're starting to see it wind down here in the next 10 to 15 minutes in Walters. Comanche County is pretty much out of the rain. The coverage is fantastic. I know you're tired, but thank you so much. You turned not on my TV. I'm so grateful for you. But once I'm up, I'm up. My coffee is already in hand. I hope I can close my eyes again. This night will never end. We're just waiting for it to come to an end. Yeah, you got a light show down there, Allie. It is definitely windy, but again, I'm not seeing anything tornadic. It's just a lot of heavy rain, some gusty winds, some lightning. So I'm not concerned about it. If you can sleep through it, you'll be all right. But not seeing anything that concerns me there in Waurika right now. Just starting to see it push down towards the south. Chuck this camera in Burke Burnett and see what it's got going on here. It's raining a little bit there in Burke Burnett. Checking on the winds a little bit here, just checking the different radar views. No tornado warnings. Line stretches from Tulsa to McAllister all the way back through Ardmore and Ryan. Already starting to see it lighten up a little bit in Pauls Valley. Lindsay seeing it come through with a few more rumbles. Same thing in Rush. But it's going to start lightening up in Marlow. Already seeing that lighten up in Central High, Hewlin. Walters seeing the back end moving through. Thank you, Jackie. Again, tell Mr. Jesse Dalton all the best. I should start seeing Ashley should start hearing the rumbles here soon. It's already starting to rain over Lake Murray. Just keep checking the wind gusts here. It's gusting to 45 in Ringling. That's really about all we're seeing right now. Yeah, just waiting to give. Again, Paul's Valley's good. Duncan's getting better here in the next 15, 20 minutes. Walter's getting better here. Still no new warning here. Flooding in Waurika. Is it a typical spot that floods there, Melissa, or is it something new? Kind of down in the valley a little bit. Rogers. Are we talking Rogers, Arkansas, Liz? Rogers. I'm going to have to look up Rogers, Oklahoma or Rogers, Arkansas. I'm not sure. Rogers County? Rogers, Arkansas or Rogers County, Oklahoma? Arkansas. Okay. So it's somewhere up here, right up there near Bentonville. It's moving. Just to give you an idea, it's already raining pretty heavily there. It's probably going to see some flash flooding out there, to be honest, Liz. That rain is not going anywhere, and then you still have this line coming through. It's moving east at about 45. So again, that line is just staying stationary with heavy rainfall. So that's one thing. And then this line is still about 2 hours away. So it's got a little ways to go. It's got a little ways to go. Yeah, I definitely got the lighter end of this line of storms. Yeah, you are exactly right with that, Jacob. It just, yep. If that's what the next line is going to be, then I'm gonna put a bow on this and get some sleep. So if that's how this is going to end with 45 to 50-mile-per-hour winds, yep, gust to 50. Again, that's much less than what we've seen elsewhere across the region. So again, gusty winds, heavy rainfall. Again, for folks here in Love County, uh, Carter County, Southern Jefferson County that are checking in here, probably wind gusts for another 30 minutes or so. Heavy rain, some lightning. That's really about it. May see some scattered storms continue off and on here for the next couple of hours, but that is about it. Again, with this new special weather statement, that leads me to believe that they are just not seeing the winds as strong out of this. So that is definitely some good news. So I am going to go ahead and start winding down here. Again, thank you all for hopping on here. Make sure you like this. Make sure you download the Texan Weather Lab app if you haven't done so you get these alerts all the time. Mark, are we done with the wind in Stevens County? Sure would like to get out of my car back into my RV. Yeah, I think the strongest of the winds have passed you, Mark. You should be fine. Still some heavy rain coming through Empire, Duncan. We should be good. So, yes, thankful that it's starting to taper off here. Just a lot of heavy rainfall coming down. So, it's starting to taper off. It's all dry here in Comanche County. Going to start seeing that lighten up here shortly in Duncan. Walter's already seeing it tapering off, but Temple has another 10, 15 minutes. Comanche probably have another half hour. Waurika about another 45 minutes of rain. Other folks out here towards the east still got another hour or two of rainfall. Some flood advisories coming out for some heavy rainfall here, but not expecting anything as far as significant winds or large hail here. Seeing it starting to trend downwards on this southern tail end of the storm. So more garden variety storms rather than damaging wind producing storms. So heading the right way. So hopefully everybody has a good rest of your night, the next couple of hours of some sleep. And then we will tackle some spotty afternoon storms later today coming up this afternoon. I'm going to make my runs out to Hobart and Pauls Valley, make sure those cameras are back online, and I'll give you updates throughout the day in case you do expect to see more storms later on this afternoon. Have a great night, folks. Get some rest for the next couple of hours, and I will keep you updated throughout the rest of the week. Have a good night.